Okay, welcome again to our session, to our webinar on our two master programs from the SOH University Heidelberg. Can you give me a short feedback whether you can hear me? Okay, I hope that you can hear me. And yeah, okay. And before we start, let me give a short announcement. After our session, we will have also another session on a bank, from a bank, which gives you some information on an educational loan which might be required to study in Germany. So welcome again to this presentation of the two master programs, Big Data and Business Analytics and Applied Computer Science from the SOH University Heidelberg. We have these two international programs since a long time, and we have many students from all over the world, primarily from India, and we would like to present you the details of these programs because we see that there is a huge demand on the job market in general, but especially also in Germany for graduates from these study programs. So my name is Professor Gerd Möckel. I'm a professor of this university since more than 15 years, and I'm responsible for this program since more than 15 years and have further developed this so that we have now one of the most successful programs in applied computer science and a very high rate of students getting a job when they have finished their studying here. But I'm not alone here in this presentation. There is also Professor Swati Chandna. She will introduce you to a very new master program which we are running successfully here at the university. That is the program Big Data and Business Analytics. And I would like to ask Professor Chandna to say a few words about herself. After that, we have also Mr. Jaitli here. He is an alumni from our university, and he is available for further questions. So he will also introduce himself. So please, Professor Chandna, maybe you can say a few words about you, please. Can you unmute, please?
Okay, can you hear me now? Maybe, but I cannot hear you now.
So now you should be able to hear me, and
can you hear me now?
yes.
Okay, perfect. I think there were some issues with unmuting and allowing with the host, so I think now it's resolved. So hi everybody, my name is Swati Chana, and as you can see, I'm from India, and rather my birthplace was New Delhi. Like many students, I also had a dream, to have in my career a kind of an international exposure. So I came to Germany, because it has a very rich teaching infrastructure and also research infrastructure. And I came in contact with Professor Moikel and other professors at SRH University. And I also did my PhD from Karlsruhe Institute of Technology in Germany. After that, I was working also as a guest professor in Heidelberg University at SRH. And I was also working as a full-time data scientist. So I worked with various clients like Audi, Exasol, Volkswagen, and Google. And I'm mainly involved with the big data and business analytics program, and also in the applied computer science program at SRH University now. And also, I'm mainly involved in teaching various activities like artificial intelligence, user interface design and implementation, and business intelligence. So I'm involved in these two programs and teaching these subjects basically in these two programs. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. Mr. Jaitli, can you hear us, or can you say a few words about yourself? Let me see.
I think there's a problem because you have to make a co-host.
So
thanks a lot for unmuting me. Hi, hello everyone. So
hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Everyone can hear me?
Yes.
Please pardon me because my signal is a little bit poor, so I'm not able to switch on my camera.
Okay.
So yeah, I will just begin with my introduction. My name is Vishnu Jaitli, and I'm an alumnus of this university, completed in 2014, and then worked as an Android developer in Germany, and somehow I got an opportunity to work from India. So now I'm based in India as a consultant working for SRH University. And to all of the students who have any kind of queries regarding the visa formalities or bank loan or any kind of work-life balance in Germany, how to stay in Germany, so you can get in touch with me on the prescribed number on this worksheet. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you very much. Not here is Ms. Steinl-Rees. I have to apologize her. She's here in our department, also responsible for the 2 master programs, and will also answer your emails which you send to us, or help you with administrative question and answers. So then let me continue with a few words about Heidelberg, about studying in Heidelberg. This is a picture of the old part of the town with the castle and the river, where you will find nice places to meet your friends, even in Corona times. We have the river banquets, and there are many students. So the SRH University, that is the main building, and actually in the tower we have all our lecture rooms. This is located in the modern part of Heidelberg, and the modern part of Heidelberg has the Heidelberg University, it has the SRH University, it has the SRH hospitals and dormitories all here on campus, on the campus. This is not far from the center of Heidelberg, the old part of the city. I would say by walking distance of 25 minutes, you are in the center from our university. So here on this campus, we have 6 schools in our university. There is the School of Information, Media and Design. That is the school where we are running our master programs. There is a School of Business. There is the School of Social Sciences and Law. There is the School of Therapeutic Sciences, of Applied Psychology, and the School of Engineering and Architecture. We have more than 3,000 students, and around 1/4, and it's growing, 1/3 of them are international students. We have them in 45 study programs. The majority, or master and bachelor program, we will see it on the next slide. And we have staff of over 200 people, and a lot of external teachers, and more than 80 professors. So here a little bit more statistics to give you an idea of our university. We have here, that I said, that's growing, nearly 1,000 international students. We have them from many different countries. In our computer science study programs, we have the majority of the students from India, from different states of India. And yeah, you can see 2/3 is bachelor program and 1/3 are the master programs at the university. This is the campus area where you can see here, that is the main building where we have our lectures. But here's also Mensa. Here are the student apartments. There is other student. This is campus sports, and there is a library. So all in all, it's a quite closed campus area, not more than 25 minutes from the center of the old part of the city away, walking distance. Of course, as a student, you can use the public transportation here and travel to all the cities in the environment of around 50 kilometers. This is a picture from the ceremony when we got the prize for teaching excellence in 2018. We got this because of the CORE principle. CORE is for competence-oriented research and education, which means that our study programs are related on the competences which you will get when you finish a single lecture, or when you finish the whole program, in such a way that you are ready to start to work in industry and to solve problems which the company, the department might have when you're joining work later on. So this core principle is also responsible for the teaching structure, which you will see from the structure of our programs in a few minutes. So for example, we have as a major structuring element, we have lectures, the normal lectures which you have in one semester, we have in 5 weeks, but we have then 4 of these 5-week blocks in one semester. So like the 4 lectures in one semester. But the advantage is that you have the exam for the lecture not all at the end of the semester. You have it at the end of the 5 weeks block. So that is one aspect of the core principle. And here we got the prize, which is really a special thing because it is a teaching excellence over all universities in Germany. And yeah, this is again a look into the apartments, the student apartments. That is what you can see here. And then there is the Mensa, and of course, again, a view onto the castle of Heidelberg. The SRH University is the largest non-commercial, privately owned classical university in Germany. Classical means that we normally have all of our lectures as on-site lectures here on the campus in our building. Due to Corona, we are not allowed to have these on-site classes, but we were one of the few, or maybe the only university which immediately switched to an online mode when the Corona rules were active in mid of March this year, because we see that we have a responsibility that our students are able to finish the study program here at our university in time with the contract which they made with us, the students made with us, so that they can start their professional career as they have planned. So to give you an idea, I have the first lecture in the ACS master program. This is the lecture on international project management. And as my colleagues, I switched everything to Teams, to an online communication system. And we realized the classical lectures, but also group work, which is an essential part of our educational model. We realized this with the help of this communication tool. And we have done this with students spread all over the world, spread over India and other countries of the world. We had in the first semester, in the first lecture, 38, nearly 40 students. And at the end of that block, after 5 weeks, all students made their exam. They submitted the report, they gave the presentation, they had an oral exam. And I was really impressed that we had no technical problem, that we had not to shift any of the oral exams because we had nearly no technical problems. That was quite good achievement. And so we are managing now the lectures during the Corona pandemic. We are starting with on-site lectures from 7th of September again for the actual classes, and the new lectures for the winter term starting on 12th of October. They will be partially on-site here in our main building, and we will have them also as combined lectures, as online lectures, because we do not know whether all students are here right in time, or maybe they have to undergo 2 weeks quarantine. However, we will be prepared to give, according to the Corona rules, on-site lectures here on our campus area, and in parallel online lectures, so that we can promise what we have in our contract, that our students will finish the master programs after 2 years studying here at the university. So these were a few words about the special situation due to Corona. I can tell you that we managed this so that our students can go on with their education, and actually if the students have to stay at home, what was the case in the last months, yeah, they had much time to work on the lectures, and we got great results in the exams. That made us happy. Okay, if you have more questions regarding the Corona specific situation, then don't hesitate to contact us and to ask more questions regarding this. I would like to hand over now to Professor Chandna for the master program Big Data and Business Analytics, and I have to check that she is switched on again.
Yes, I am now.
Okay, good.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, I will now go over to the first study program. This is called as Big Data and Business Analytics. So business analytics is basically goes far beyond our simple data analysis. You know, it is essential for solving our economic challenges of the future. And this program allows various company specialists or executive working people to establish a new sphere of application in project management, in implementation in the fields of data science, BI consulting, and business analytics. And we process and we follow a data science process, basically, as you can see in this picture here, which starts from understanding the concept, we are basically understanding various interdisciplinary competences, and then we are collecting the data sets and applying various data engineering concepts over here. After that comes data cleaning, which is performed in the data management. And after that, we do various analysis of the data sets. I will tell you in short after the slide, there are coming some details. So can you go back yet, please? So I will come to these slides later on. And then we will go, so after analysis, we do visualization. And then after visualization, the customer gain insights and make better decisions via this resolving thing. So now, can you please go to the next slide? So our structure are the BDBA program, or Big Data and Business Analytics program. As Professor Michael said before, we are following the core principle, which means that one block consists of, we have one subject which is being taught in 5 weeks. So, and data science program, the process which I just showed you before is divided into 2 years, which is 4 semesters together. And we have, for example, first semester, this is the first year of study. And here the students study 1 or 2 subjects at a time, so that, they can gain in-depth knowledge about a subject from scratch. So can you go to the next slide, please? Yeah, so here is the detailed program of 2 years. And as you can see, the course is divided into, 5 each. So we have, in each semester, we have the different blocks. So block 1, block 2, block 3, and block 4. So we have block 1 is from first steps into case studies. And it basically compromises, as everybody's coming from different international backgrounds or from different backgrounds of studies also. For example, one person is coming from marketing, one person is coming from production. So in the first semester, they get together and form a group and they work in teams, so that everybody is on same ground, on same level. So students are basically taught all the required basic knowledge and the methods in the first semester. And after the first semester comes the second and third and so on, and the fourth semester, where the detailed knowledge are developed and advanced knowledge is taught. And in the fourth semester comes the master thesis. So this is how it's basically sorted out according to the data science process. I can maybe tell you in detail about the first semester, for example. If you see in this picture here, you have this first steps into case study. So as I said before, block 1 starts with the first step into case studies, where everybody is coming to get to know each other, and they will learn basically the key concepts of the whole program. They will do a kind of a small big data project, where they will just get to know the foundations. The students analyze various examples of big data projects, and they perform well-defined big data case studies, which involve the whole process of this big data. So they will start learning, for example, various tools like Python, start doing some pivoting, unpivoting with Excel sheet or OpenRefine. Then comes in block 2, for example, analytics. Okay, so then comes information systems. So in information systems, you will study all the relational databases. So where all this data from different complex projects will come together in the area of modern information systems. And you will study data from unstructured and semi-structured and unstructured data with various types of data models. For example, you will study various relational databases, graph databases, key store values, or document databases over here. As mentioned here, for example, MongoDB, Neo4j, or Redis. After that, coming over, we have Analytics 1. In Analytics 1, during this module, the students learn the essential tools and methods for inductive and descriptive statistics. So they are able to perform the first analysis individually using some standard tools. After this, in block 3, which is coming data engineering. In this, the engineering of big data projects is contributed by the storage and the provision of big data. So the central objective of this module is to help the students with the technical fundamentals of the big data and use this for example, data storage or retrieval of the data, and to provide them and to help them to study big data architectures like Lambda or Hadoop or Kafka architecture. Then comes after this, so the students are simultaneously studying. So as you can see in this block, you can see data engineering and data management will go side by side, where they will also get to know the concepts of data cleaning and the quality dimensions of the data. So, and they perform the acquisition and cleaning of the data with the tools like OpenRefine, Talent, or Trifecta. After that, in block 4, the students, this module basically I am taking on. So I can tell you more in detail about this. So the students are basically they gain necessary knowledge and the practical skills to develop a strong foundation in data visualization or business intelligence. After this, they can work in industry as a business intelligence developer or data analysis or visual analytics developer, for example. And they are able to design and develop applications for visual data analysis, for effective communication using dashboards, and to gain insights regarding a particular problem. And the tools which we will use are Tableau. We will learn and develop our expertise in that are Tableau, Power BI, or D3.js. So this is basically a kind of first semester. These are all the subjects. And then comes the main part of our BDBA program is the case studies, where the students are able to perform, or they will do a kind of a nice big data project, which will use all these subjects which I have just told you, from analytics 1 to data storytelling. So they will start collecting the data and perform the whole data science process in the real world case studies. So they will get the projects from industries. So we are working together we have different case studies with our industrial partners, and together the students work with industrial partners on this real-time case studies. Some examples are shown in the next slide. So can you go to one more slide afterwards? Yes, so the different case study topics are the text classification, for example, a case study for example, customer support request, or some fake news detection. And there the students learned with our industrial partners how to explore, how to perform the whole big data pipeline with such projects and explore different business opportunities in different areas. Some other examples are object detection, where can you go back yet, please? Yes, so one more example is the object detection and localization, where the students performed various object detection, for example, for a person or for different cars on a highway using some deep learning networks. After that also comes different forecasting, where they will do some kind of prediction in the financial domain, or also in the feature, or also for the feature detection where they are doing some anomaly detection, for example, for the or for the robot generation for the robot legs, or some kind of in medical area. They also did such kind of work. And the main concept, the main attractive feature of doing this case study is that, you know, you're working along the 6 months for this whole big data project. And in the end, there are possibilities also to write a research paper, which will really help you to make your mark. I mean, if you're coming to Germany to study, so I would say that you can, with the help of this case studies, you are able to make a mark with the help of publishing a research paper or collaborating with other industrial partners. So there are other examples on the next slide. Are like, for example, topical modeling or sentiment analysis or OCR. This is one of the projects which one of my colleagues did it with the Heidelberg University, and this was a great success, which we did. We developed an OCR workflow for Devanagari text. I think you are all aware of the Devanagari text, and we applied AI in different gaming applications also. So this is basically a concept of case study, and this is one of the most attractive feature of our BDBA program. So the road to success. So as I said, the integration of real case studies are taught by real experts from the industry, and the professors we have in our BDBA program are not only internal professors, but are also coming from industry. So for example, data engineering concept or data engineering subject is taught from very professional and very experienced person in SAP, which is one of the most largest company in Germany, and most many people are working there in SAP after their graduation from SRH also. So the programs as I told now, the many students, when they pass out from our university, they work in very renowned customers, for example, IBM, SAP, or Telecom, or Audi, or Volkswagen, and they gain very nice practical experiences using these case studies, and they have also a possibility to do an internship and also work as a student job. So they are called as working student job. This is a very nice possibility where you can not only study, but you also work as a student. So you can work as a student for 20 hours a week, and while studying in such a structure of our core principle, many students are also able to work and earn a living also here. This is also possible. And as I said, after studying this program, there are a lot of opportunities which are opening up, and many students are placed in different bigger different companies like ABB or Audi or BMW or Deloitte. The starting package for our students who are placed in such companies is 60,000 euros per annum, till the highest is going up to, I think, 120,000. I have heard, like, latest the senior data scientist was placed, and this is really too much. And we are really proud that the teaching which we gave to our students are really helping them and achieving a really high success. So I am also one of the example that I came to study from India, and I did my PhD, and I work as a senior data scientist. Now I'm working as a professor at Heidelberg University. This feeling also gives me a proud feeling that I also followed a path. Maybe this is also interesting for you guys also. And yeah, if you want to have an international exposure in your career, and to come and get that experience and work and make a career in your life, this is a really nice opportunity, I think. So please get in touch with the associated people and you can make a mark. So the admission requirements for our big data program is you of course need a bachelor's degree in information technology, computer science, mathematics, or business, or some business domain. And you need at least 1 year of work experience in the field of in this information technology, computer science, or mathematics domain, related to, of course, your bachelor's, you need an IELTS score of 6.5. If you cannot provide this score, we also have a possibility that, you know, if you are proving that your studies are done in English, then this score is also waived off. So you can take care of this also. And the whole study fees which we have is approximately 19,000 euros. So you can think about it and get in touch with different banks also, which are, I think some of the people from the banks are also here, and you can get in touch with them, and yeah, follow us soon then. Yeah, I think I'm done with my part, and then I will hand over to Professor Michael, and then he will explain you about the applied computer science.
Thank you very much, Professor Chandna. And I'm very happy that you are not only a professor in big data, but also here in ACS. And you are giving some lectures in the specialization area of this program. So let me now introduce to the other master program, which we have here at our School of Information, Media and Design of the SRH University. That is the program Applied Computer Science, which is focusing on all levels of software engineering, software development, and consulting. So here is one of our alumni now working for SAP, and she's doing IT consulting, she's doing project management, and she's giving information on all levels of the development, from back-end middleware to front end. And I think that is a typical career of graduate from the ACS master program. And as I said at the beginning, the rate of how many students are getting a job when they finished our master programs here is very high. For my feeling, it's around 95% to be a little bit more realistic. It is at least 90%. And even due to the Corona crisis, we have several graduates who got a position in industry. And I'm convinced that when we get over these Corona crisis, the job opportunities in computer science, in applied computer science, as well as in big data, is growing, because everybody could see that that this type of the industry is working well, and not only working well, it's replacing other classical form of production making jobs. So computer science, I might be a little bit biased, but I think computer science will be, in the next years and decades, one of the most promising areas of where you can find jobs. So this program is a 2-year program. It's a full-time program. We have classical lectures on applied computer science in databases and in project management, but we have also the specialization lectures integrated into this program, and there we have the possibility for the students to develop their own profile in different specialization areas. We come to this in a minute. So here you can see my lecture, International Project Management. We are starting with this lecture in April and in October. We have 2 starts in the year. And we are not only learning methods of project management, we are also practicing the core principle. So we are starting right now with a project, with a task, and we are quite happy that my colleague, Dr. Hermans, and myself, every start we have interesting projects. So that the students can work out these projects, learn more about applied computer science, and obviously about methods of project management. And in the end, they have to submit a report as a group work, and they have to present this report, and then they have to give in an oral exam answers to questions regarding project management. So they also have the chance to give an individual result in this lecture. And to say it again, this is after 5 weeks. So every block and every 5 weeks we have an exam, so that we now can say here on 23rd of June that the students who started in April, they have already finished 3 blocks, 3 lectures of this program. So main lectures are, as I said, international project management, advanced databases, IT security, software development practice, which is also a lecture where we are bringing all the students who are coming from different parts of the world, from different educational systems. Okay, the admission requirements are software engineering competencies, but as they are coming from different systems, we have these software development practice to synchronize all the students and all their level of knowledge in software engineering and software development. That's what we are doing in the second lecture, in the second block, software development practice. Another mandatory lecture is current topics in computer science, where we are more working on the scientific aspect of applied computer science. We have a research project, we have an internship. I will come to this in a minute because these are also mandatory parts of the study program. Software architecture and development is dealing with modern software architectures. Advanced computer science with the realization of projects, of applied computer science projects. And of course, mandatory is a master thesis seminar and the master thesis at the end in the 4th semester of the program. This gives you an idea of the structure of the program, and we go to the upper left corner. There in the first row here, you see the first year, and from 1st or 12th of October, as well as in April, we are starting with international project management, 5 weeks, the first block, with 8 credit points. And at the end of the block, we have the exam. Then, as I told you, software development practice. Altogether is in light blue because this is the introduction and consolidation phase of the program. Then we have 1 year main phase of the program with the mandatory lectures on aspects of applied computer science, like advanced databases, software architecture and development. I've mentioned these lectures already. And we have here blocks for the specialization. There are 3 blocks, 1, 2, and 3, which we have here in this main phase. And there the students have a chance to select first their individual specialization, and we have 3 specializations, and they have then three lectures, which they can also do some selection. This is what I will explain in a minute together with Professor Chandna. And then you can see here at the end, this is the second year in the lower row. You can see here the internship or research project as a mandatory part of the program, and then the master thesis. I will explain you more, but now let's have a look on the specializations which we have in applied computer science. That is the specialization business computing, mobile computing, and usability engineering and user experience design. So the first 2 specializations we had for a long time, they are classical specializations, and new since since 1 year is the specialization usability engineering and user experience design, focusing on front-end development, because we have seen that this is required in industry, that there are more and more positions in the job market. So we have introduced this new specialization into the program. Of course, we have also state-of-the-art lectures in mobile computing and in business computing. However, we extended the program here with this new specialization. The lectures which we do have here, business computing, that is focusing on commercial applied computer science system like the one from SAP, but also other companies. We have lectures on service engineering and management, that is focusing on the service aspect of applied computer science systems, ERP systems. We have SAP technology, giving the students a detailed knowledge on the technology which is necessary to run an SAP system and to manage this. We have SAP HANA, which is the in-memory database technology of SAP, and we have the important programming language ABAP. SAP development ABAP is a also very famous lecture here in this specialization, business computing. Then we have the specialization mobile computing, focusing more on development of mobile applications, internet applications, of games. We have a lecture on advanced game design. Very often selected is developing mobile applications, because there the students are really learning how to set up an application until they can publish this in one of the app stores which are well known. And we have applied artificial intelligence here in this block, which is a lecture which is also selected from students who have selected either business computing or sometimes also usability engineering and user experience design. So you can see students will have 3 lectures in these specializations, but one of the lectures they can take from another specialization. So they have a kind of flexibility to develop their individual profile in this master program. For all specializations, we have a lecture available if they want to have this, internet and network technologies, because we see that network technologies is a core competence which students should have, because all our systems are running on networks, and networks are very important. However, yeah, some students like this, most of the students do not like this, so then we offer the lectures here, the specific lectures. Also available for all specializations is applied research, which is a research project which a student can make with a professor on a specific topic. That is the overview, and here you have the specializations on business computing. However, I think I said already, there is in-memory databases, SAP HANA. There is the business information systems programming with ABAP as the most important lectures here. Then we have mobile computing, and there is applied artificial intelligence, where we are talking about AI and machine learning aspects. We have a professor here who is has his own companies, and who is giving also some internship or research projects to the students in the area of machine learning and applied artificial intelligence. We have developing mobile applications, and as I said, advanced game design. And then we have here the specialization usability engineering and user experience design. And for this, I would like to ask Professor Chandna to give us some information. I have to get her back into, yes, now she can speak, because she is a professor in this area and knows this much better than I I do.
Okay, so thank you very much. Again, I'm teaching, of course, I'm also involved in BDB and also in ACS, as Professor Michael said, and mainly in the UI UX part. So what do you mean by UI UX? So it's a front-end development, and we are doing all the stages of all the UI UX process. So from the user research to defining a kind of a complete project strategy, the scope and the whole information structure for developing, for example, sitemaps or different websites. Front ends are developed, and the whole process starts from collecting the requirements and designing nice wireframes or mockups, which are basically useful and usable and valuable. So the first step is the learning the fundamental towards UX. So this is getting the base developed. So all the basics of UI UX are taught in this basic block, which is called as fundamental towards UX. And then comes the UX design and implementation, where all the essential tools and technologies or the programming languages, like we are studying React.js or Angular, and we are studying also the tools where we can use make use of wireframes using these tools called as Adobe XD or Adobe Illustrator. So for realizing our web-based user interfaces. And the next step in the last module, this is called as usability testing and verification, where once we have developed the whole application or or a website, there's a need to perform a nice testing. So which is done by usability testing. And one remark I would like to add, as this specialization is really new, so we are developing the specialization and we are in the current phase of developing or founding a research lab. So it's called a UX research lab, where we will do many kinds of research projects, and also with collaboration with industrial partners and also with the help of some research grants. Our students have already started working towards such projects, but it's currently coming up. And we are now purchasing different kinds of infrastructure, which will help to enhance this kind of program a lot. So this specialization is really in nowadays, and people are really coming up to do this front-end development with many new technologies. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Swati. Thank you, Professor Chandna. You said it, we have also research projects here integrated. This is what I've already mentioned, that is the applied research project as a kind of joker if you would like to do some research, and we have many students doing this now in the area of front-end development, usability engineering and user experience design, and then here the network technology lecture, which I have already mentioned. Let me say a few words about the internship and the big research project in the third semester at the end of the study program. So here you can see another structure of the program. We are starting with IPM software development practice. Then we have the main part with the main lectures and specializations. And then directly before the master thesis, we have the mandatory internship and the big research project. So in the past, I would say 95% of the students have selected the mandatory internship. And as we have a special law here in Germany, the minimum salary law, whatever, the companies like to have mandatory internship students. And as I said before Corona, 95% of the students made this mandatory internship to get some practical experience, some experience of how to work in a company. That is one goal. The other goal is to maybe get a topic for the master thesis. And on the same side, the company has a chance to work together with a student from our program and to see how the student is integrating into the professional work environment. And normally they want to have students for 6 months, and unfortunately, we could give them here just 3 months, but together with the master thesis, it's 9 months. And that is something what companies really like. And then they can see how a student is integrating into their work environment. The student can see whether he likes this work environment. So that is the idea of internship and master thesis together here at the end of the study program. Due to Corona, there were some students who could not find an internship. So then we have the possibility that they can do a research project. As Professor Chandna said, some or many of the students now went to her in order to do a research project here at the university together with her. And then maybe continue this with the master thesis. And, you know, this master program is also qualifying for a PhD. So students who have started with this research career or research qualification, they also might decide to continue then with a PhD program and make a PhD later on. But I also have to say that now industry is coming up and they are already hiring internship students. So I don't have the exact numbers, but I would say around 80% of the students are having an internship place, and only 20% are looking for a research project. Maybe the German students, they have a mandatory internship already in their bachelor program. The international students in most cases not. So that is the range which we see between 5 and 20% for the research project, and then the others for the mandatory internship. Okay, at the end, there is the 6 months master thesis on a topic of applied computer science from a company or from our department, from the colleagues of our department, and in parallel, the master thesis seminar, again with me, where we talk about all the aspects of how to write a master thesis. Okay, this was the information regarding the structure of the program. Let me say a few words as we are about the qualification the students have at the end. It's a program, Applied Computer Science, focusing on full stack development, and the students will either be able to work as a developer or as a full stack IT consultant, knowing how the development is organized on the different levels, how this is, for example, done with the proper project management, but also with some knowledge about the time which is required for a certain development. Our graduates are working in all of the big companies which you can see here, but there are also many small and medium-sized companies, and in the past they have not hired students who are not aware of German language, but as the need for professional graduates from our programs is so high, they are starting also to hiring now international students for internship, for work student contracts, and then as graduates also after finishing this master program. And as Professor Chandna said, the average level of the salary a student, a graduate will get after finishing is between 45 and 65,000 euro. In big data and business analytics, it's a little bit higher because this is very much demanded on the job market. However, here with applied computer science, you have a very actual qualification and also a very classical one, because developing IT systems or giving consultation for IT systems is something which is required nowadays more and more, but also will also be required in the future. So that is the job market, or let me show you statistics which I've made in the middle of the Corona crisis here on 2nd of July. There are still more than 50,000 jobs on Stepstone, and you can see here the keywords which I've used: full stack developer, full stack consulting, front end development, and then the SAP lectures, UI, UX design. Of course, IT consulting will cover a lot, but you can just check this. So at least here in Germany, there are more than 50,000 jobs available. But as an international student and graduate, you can work anywhere. However, I have to say, as my feeling, more than 90, more than 95% of the graduates right now getting a job here somewhere in Germany. The requirements for this master program is, of course, a very good bachelor degree, 3 or 4 years in computer science, in IT, software development. We are always looking for software engineering, software development competencies in the profile of the student, in the certificate, in the bachelor certificate. That's what I'm saying here: good knowledge in any object-oriented programming language, and of course knowledge of databases like SQL databases. Good English is necessary because you have to write your thesis in English. The study fees are mentioned here. That are the total study fees for 2 years, and more information you will get from our web page. That's what you can see here again for applied computer science and for big data and business analytics. And of course, when you would like to apply, then contact the partner who has organized this webinar. We are here for questions. That's Professor Swati Chandna and myself, as well as Mr. Jaitly. You see us also our contact data. If you have further questions for the program, then don't hesitate to contact us. So, are there questions to the programs, to any aspects of studying in Germany, Corona crisis, where we can give you an answer? So maybe I stop sharing the screen so that I can see also the chat. Thank you for your attention, and let me stop sharing the screen so that I can see more of you, and then also here into the chat room. Are there questions? Either you can switch on your microphone, or what are the minimum percentage requirements of a bachelor degree to enroll in the master program? So as the systems are all different, we are looking for good knowledge in software engineering for ACS, and for big data and business analytics, for knowledge in data science and data analytics from the bachelor program, and from the 1 year, at least 1 year of practical experience in industry. That is for big data. What is the scenario at the moment for the intakes? I'm not getting what you mean with scenario. We are open for applications right now. Students who joined us in April are looking forward to get a flight to Germany in August. We are starting with the introduction to our university at the beginning of October, and we are starting with the lectures on Monday, 12th of October. In ACS, it will be the lecture with me, International Project Management, and in Big Data, also an introductory lecture with, I think, Professor Speck. Scholarships. There are some scholarships available. For example, the Deutschlandstipendium, and some of the students have applied for this, but this is only for a few students available. Okay. The German language requirements. Good question. So we are running the ACS program since more than 15 years as an international program from the beginning. So we have not only in the study program, but for all of the administration, we have, there is no German language required because we have a very long-lasting experience working together with international students. However, if you would like to more integrate into the private environment, into job environment, it is helpful if you start learning German when you are here. It's easier for students to integrate here if they learn German and when they start learning when they are here. Of course, it is good if you have already taken a course in India, but it's for the program, it's not required at all. Okay, Professor Chantner has sent you some information on Studienfinanzierung, on how to finance the program. And as we said at the beginning, there will be some information after our session here in this webinar. Okay, please, do you have more questions? Yeah, I'm asking Professor Chantner, do you have a final remark? Do you want to say something? Or
I think more or less more questions are asked. I just shared, like, for the Deutschlandstipendium you were answering, so the finance thingy. Thank you for unmuting me. So this information I just shared now, and yeah, I think this is it. And if you want some more information, you can get in touch with the local partner. I think they can provide you more information about this.
There is a new question regarding part-time jobs while studies. As we said, there is the possibility of a work student contract when you are familiar with the subject. We have to say we are offering a full-time study program which is really condensed into the 2 years, and there will be a lot of information. So we as professors in these programs, we would like to have the students with us and give them all our knowledge so that they have it when they finish here. However, if you have some prior knowledge, if you are familiar with the subject, then you might go for a work student contract, which means a 50% contract in a company. And if it's, it has to be computer science in general. So then this can be an option for you. I do not support if you work at McDonald's or somewhere else. This is not a good idea. But yes, there are options for working student contracts. Yes, there will be another speaker from a bank. Which, he will give you, as far as I know, some information on how to finance studying in Germany, how to get an educational loan. And I will not close the session. Are there more questions, please?
Somebody is raising their hand. Selina, I don't know if she wants to ask some question or I just see a raised hand.
Maybe I can.
Or maybe it was just by mistake. I don't know.
I cannot change this.
Okay.
Accommodation cost. Yeah, we are offering rooms here on the campus area. I'm not exactly familiar with this, but this is around 400 euro per month. You have to have some living expenses to get the visa. This is indeed something which I do not know very well. Some of the students have apartments outside the university campus. They might be a little bit cheaper. The payment, the exact payment rules for ACS students have to pay, as far as I know, everything in advance. But these rules might change. I don't know it exactly, but in the past it was they have to pay the full study fees in advance. This actually makes studying easier because then the students can concentrate on the subjects and can really get their professional profile, which they want to have at the end. Yeah, accommodation is around, let's say, 400 euro per month plus living expenses, 300 in addition. So around 700. I paid my son 750. Okay, if there are no more questions, last chance, please, to enter a question into the chat room. Currently, since India University has now conducted the final year exams, how can they proceed? Okay, good question. If you have not finished your bachelor degree, it will be probably not possible. You have to finish the bachelor degree. However, if you have just a provisional degree showing your end result, that is no problem. But you have to have the final bachelor degree. If you do not have this, then please see that you can finish as soon as possible. We have a start in October and in April. The 19,000 euro is for 2 years. for both years, including everything at the university. So not the rooms and not the living expenses, but all the study fees for the university for 2 years, including it's 18,000 for the study fees and 1,000 for the immatriculation fees.
I just wanted to add with this question for this currently this Indian university. So I mean, as Professor Michael said, that we have intake 2 times a year. So even if it's delayed, you can apply for the next summer intake or in 6 months. So this would be a possibility for you to apply to our university in the end. Then, so in the end, if you have after 6 months, if you see that you have a final degree or a provisional certificate, then you can already apply for this course.
And you can apply also in August, but please be aware that you have to have the visa, and the visa process takes a long time. But we are in contact to the visa offices so that this process can be a little bit better. However, due to Corona, we also have to see what happens and how this develops further. Okay, then if there is no more question, then I would like to thank you attending this webinar. I would like to thank Professor Chandna to do this together with me. I would like to thank Vishnu Jaitly for being available, and thanks to the organizers of this webinar, and of course to you for attending the seminar. And yeah, how many years of post-study work visa is granted? That's I think 2 years. So when you finished and when you're applying for job search visa, I think that's for 2 years. Yeah, at least 2 years.
18 months. Exactly, it's 18 months.
18 months, thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, so then thank you very much again, and have a good evening, and hopefully we see us here in Heidelberg sometime.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I request everyone to please be online for a few more minutes so that we would like to explain about our ICICI Bank's education loan product as well. Yeah, I can see a few more candidates available. Good evening, everybody. This is Nikhilesh, and we are from ICICI Bank Education Loan Team. First of all, I'd like to thank EasyGo team for giving us this wonderful opportunity to present about our product, Education Loan, iSmart Education Loan of ICICI. I do have Damayanti also with me, who is our Education Loan Relationship Manager, who processes loans for the students who are going abroad. So talking about our exclusive product of education loan, which is iSmart, we provide education loans to the students who are going abroad for all their requirements. Okay. So we have, in the last month, we have provided almost 100 crores of sanction to the students who go abroad for US, Canada, Australia, and a lot of European countries as well. So we provide secured and unsecured loans also. So if at all, if you are looking for any unsecured loans without any collateral, you can get in touch with us as well, because depending upon the university and the course to which you are going to, you are eligible for getting collateral free loans as well. Okay, so we are providing unsecured loans also. Unsecured loans of up to rupees 40 lakhs you can avail from ICICI Bank. And depending upon the eligibility, you can get up to 40 lakhs of unsecured loans. And also, there is no cap for loan amount. If you require even 1 crore, we are absolutely welcome the requirement from the student. We will process the loan, but it depends upon the eligibility. So there is no upper cap. Even beyond 1 crore also, we are ready to provide you. And it's not just the tuition fee. Apart from tuition fee, we are providing a loan for the living expenses for yourself in any country. And also we are providing any education loan related expenses, whether if you want any laptop or anything related to education will be funded by iSmart Education Loan Product. And also, apart from this, I'm really sorry, first of all, because it's like a delayed intimation from the team, so I'm unable to project the presentation right over here. But I hope what I'm saying is clear. Yeah, apart from tuition fee, we provide loans for the living expenses, and also anything related to expenses related to education will be covered under education loan that is being provided by ICICI Bank. And also, everyone was aware about this pandemic situation outside. Everyone was very scared of going outside. So we thought we will process the entire journey completely online. So we have started an online sanction process as well, where it is not required for any of the customer to come outside of their home. It is just a call away to ICICI Bank Education Loan RM, so that if you call to our RM, here actually there is a lady, Damayanti, who is processing our education loan cases from your region. So if you give a call back to Damayanti, she will, just start the process. The complete process is online. It's not required for you to come to any branch or any office. So, we will take the necessary documents from you, and we will start the processing, and in a week's time, we will provide you the sanction letter as well. We provide sanction letter before, getting any admit also. A pre-admission sanction is also there depending upon your GRE or I score. So this online journey will definitely help. And in the last month, we have given online sanctions to a lot of people, and it helped a lot of candidates to avail education loan. And also they got, by showing this particular pre-sanction letter, they got some admissions, admissions from universities as well. And yeah, so collateral, if at all, if you are not eligible for unsecured loans, we provide secured loans as well by taking collateral like your commercial spaces or private properties, or even based upon FD also, we are providing education loans. So if you have any queries, you can just ask in the chat box, so that, we will answer, we will try to answer your queries. And yeah, you can ask in the chatbot whatever queries you have. And if you talk about the interest rates, because it's a common question to everyone while selecting any bank, so we are providing interest rates from 10.5. It is starting from 10.5, and depending upon the university and the course which a student is opting to, it will vary. But it will start from 10.5. Yeah. And I'm again just highlighting this particular point because, unsecured loans are not being provided by any of the public sector banks. I mean, they have a very lump sum process, but in hardly a week's time, we provide unsecured loans as well. And unsecured loans, we provide up to rupees 40 lakhs. And And secured loans, there is no limit. Up to 1 crore you can get it, and in a week time we can process this particular education loan for you, and it's a complete online process. Yeah, so if you have any queries, you can ask in the chat board, because are there any questions from Damayanti? Do you want to add anything apart from what I have mentioned to the people who have joined this call? Okay, any questions? Any questions to any of you regarding anything? I mean, we are processing education loans completely online. I want to highlight this particular point because this is one of a kind in the industry, because a lot of NBFCs and banks are also doing it, but it's not an online process where you need to go to a bank and you need to apply for, and there is a lump sum process involved in this. But here we are doing it completely online. So if you have any requirement for education loan, you can, please come in contact with EasyGo team. They will direct you to our education loan RM, who is Damayanti, who's handled this particular thing for your reason. So I request, if you have any requirement for education loan, please get in touch with us and check for your eligibility, so that we can process it in hardly a week's time. That's it. And if you have any fixed deposit, because recently we have started giving education loan based upon fixed deposit also. If any one of you have any fixed deposit in ICICI Bank, it is even more easy. You can get a pre-admission sanction as well, like directly without any lump sum documentation process. You can get a pre-approved sanction as well, which you can check in ICICI Bank internet page. If any one of you have any FD available in ICICI Bank, you can check in your internet banking page. You will be having an education loan offer as well. So anything related to education loan, you can just ping in the chat bot, so that I will try to answer the queries, because this is one of the important questions in the minds of both parents and students on how to fund their financials, because obviously any university apart from India will definitely charge lump sum amount of money for their education. So we strongly request all the parents to consider education loan as one of the beautiful opportunity, because if you utilize your funds that are already available, definitely it will be a problem if at all if you face any financial crisis afterwards. So I request everyone to go with education loan only, because education loan will come with a lot of benefits as well. I think it's the right time to point out that a lot of parents and students are not aware about tax benefit. So education loan will come with a tax benefit offer, where whatever the interest paid in a financial year will be completely eligible for the tax rebate for both applicant and co-applicant, which means the student and the co-applicant, which is parent. Okay. A lot of people don't know about this. The tax benefit offer is available for education loan, which is not there for any other loan like personal loan and all that stuff. Okay. And even, if a student is given with the burden of education loan, definitely the discipline will come, which is a very important point that parents must also note. Yeah, any questions? You can just ping in the chat bot that we have here. Can you share your or somebody else number, so whenever I require any details, I can contact. Okay. So Damayanti, I request to just drop your mobile number in the chat bot, please, so that they will contact you. Yeah. Thanks for your question. Actually, we have. Yeah, so it is 88-020-98810 is the number which was posted on the chat board. If any one of you have any request for education loan, you can please contact Damayanti here. And any other questions? Any other questions related to collateral or any requirement for loan? I mean, so we provide partial funds as well. If you have some amount of money that you can keep for your education, and you want to just take the remaining amount for funding, we can provide that as well. Let us say you are incurring almost 20 lakhs of amount for education there in a Germany country, and you have almost 10 lakhs with you, and if you want to apply for the remaining 10 lakhs, it is possible, absolutely possible. And according to the university requirement, we will do the disbursements. We will transfer the money to the university directly. It's not the student's headache. We will take care of it because we have our Forex team. They will directly remit the amount in the university account. And also we will provide a travel card to the student where the complete living expenses will be loaded into it so that you can utilize the travel card in the country to which you are going to. Yeah, so there are multiple things actually that we can speak out about, whenever you ask for an education loan from ICICI. It's not just an education loan, but what we are providing to you, we provide multiple things that will be useful in the entire journey of your education, education abroad. Yeah. So any other questions? Any other questions? You can please just drop in the. Yeah, moratorium period. Very good question. So a moratorium period, we offer course period. Either it may be a 1 year or 2 year, whatever it may be. Course period plus 6 months is the moratorium what we are offering to the students. Okay, it is course period plus 6 months. The course period can be either 1 year or 2 year, or if it is UG, it will be 4 years. Whatever it may be, course period plus 6 months is the moratorium that what we are offering to the students. Any other questions, you can ask so that we will try to answer it. And again, I'm just repeating, we have Damayanti here, who is our education loan RM. She will definitely help you out if you have any queries. Yeah, does this simple interest implies? Yes, yes. So in the moratorium period, we have two options for repayment. The first option is simple interest repayment in the moratorium period and the complete EMI repayment. So in the simple interest repayment in the moratorium period, you need to just pay the simple interest on the loan for the complete moratorium period. And if you want to directly start the EMI, you can start EMI also. So both the options are available while availing loans. Okay, and if you opt for simple interest, so in the entire moratorium period, you'll only just pay the simple interest on a month-on-month basis. After the moratorium period, the actual EMI starts where the principal and the interest will be accumulated in the EMI. So any other questions? Thanks for your patience and a lot of questions I'm getting. Any other questions you can ask so that, or if you want to just look for your eligibility and the unsecured loan that you'll get for your university, you can please get in touch with Damayanti. She has dropped her number in the chat box. You can just please contact her so that she will guide you in the entire process. And again, I'm just repeating that we are doing the online processing of application forms so that it's not required for you to come to any bank, or it's not required for you to come to get in touch with any of our education RM. We will do it completely online. Okay. So first of all, we will do an eligibility check whether you are eligible or not, and then we will collect all the documents and we will send you an online application form. You need to fill it and you need to send back that application form along with your KYC documents. And if everything is fine, you can get your provisional sanction letter in a week time. Okay. Any questions from anyone, you can just please drop in the chat board so that I'll try to answer it. Yeah, processing fee. Thanks, Damayanti. I think you answered it. So processing fee, it is almost 1% is what we are charging on. And someone is asking for online link. Definitely, Damayanti, I request you to please drop the link of our ICICI page so that people can apply through that as well. Any other questions you can ask related to anything with respect to education loan? With respect to disbursements, I would like to tell you here that so what we will do is according to the university requirement. So it's just a simple matter of a mail which you need to do it once you reach your college, and the disbursement will happen directly to the university account. Okay. And we will be providing you a travel card. So will be which will be loaded with the entire living expenses. And so the time duration is what you're asking. So time duration for repayment is almost 8 to 10 years we have, apart from moratorium period. So we have a duration of 8 to 10 years. You can repay the loan in that particular period. Yeah, great. So one important thing, both student and parent must note that education loan comes with a tax benefit offer. A lot of us doesn't know that whatever the interest paid, the interest paid in a financial year for education loan can be availed as a tax benefit by both student and the parent as well. I mean, one of them, either it may be a student or a parent can avail this particular tax benefit offer. So there is no upper cap. Let us say you have taken a 20 lakh of loan, and let us say you have paid an interest of almost 1 lakh in a year, in a financial year. So the complete 1 lakh is eligible for the tax benefit. A simple thing, ICICI Bank will provide you a certificate where it will show how much interest you have paid for the financial year, and that thing, the certificate can be provided to the income tax department so that you can avail the tax benefit. So for complete 1 lakh amount, you can get a tax rebate. Okay, either it may be a co-applicant or an applicant, you can get this tax rebate offer on education loan. Yeah, and one more thing, even the travel charges also are included in the loan amount that what we are offering to you. So if you want it, definitely we will provide you with the traveling charges as well. So if you see the amount, the complete amount, we will provide you with the tuition fee, living expenses, and anything which is related to education also will be funded, like a laptop or any devices that will support you in having good studies out there. And also we will be providing you with the fares of your journey, the flight journey as well, which will be included in our funding program. So our interest rates are starting from 10.5. Again, I'm just highlighting this one. Any other question? I can see a lot of people over here. Any question related to your funding can be, just please keep it on your chat box so that we will try to answer it if you have any. And also we have Damayanti here who will process your education loans. If you have any requirement, you just please call to her, so that definitely she'll help you out in availing education loan. And I would like to highlight one more thing here. So whoever just takes education loan from us, we are providing a surprise, education loan kit to all of the students who are availing the sanction from ICICI. So in the kit, actually, we are providing different vouchers that will be useful for them in, in the entire journey. Actually, basically, usually whenever the student is going to abroad, definitely they will be buying some, packaging material and all that stuff, and also they will take some medical things before they are going to abroad. So on all those things, we are providing few vouchers as well, which can be utilized in any of the stores. This is the unique thing, that what we are providing to the student as a appreciation or a token of appreciation to the students whoever avails education loan from us. Anything else that you people want to know? Please drop a message in the chat board so that we'll try to answer. So someone is asking an example of complete fees and expenses of say 30 lakhs can be sanctioned as non-collateral. Means student will get full amount as non-collateral. Please explain. Yeah. So sanction amount includes the complete expenses. Either it may be a tuition fee, the living expenses, everything. Okay. But this particular sanction is dependent upon the university to which you are going to. Okay. So if you are going to the, the best university we have, I mean, if you want to check how much for your university you are getting, you just please get in touch with our education loan RM. So, but the maximum amount, the maximum unsecured amount we are providing is 40 lakhs. And if your university is coming under this category, you can get the complete loan amount of 40 lakhs, which is unsecured without any collateral. I request you to please check with our education on RM in which category your university is coming under, so that so that accordingly you will be knowing the eligibility, how much amount you will be getting without any collateral or without any security, and also the rate of interest. Everything will be known. So I request you to please get in touch with our education on RM to know your eligible amount and also your ROI and also your processing fee. Yeah. Any other question? Yeah, so I'm just repeating again. We have our education loan relationship manager who will process the loans for all of you. You can get in touch with our RM Damayanti here. So if you have any requirement or if you want to know more about our education loan, please get in touch with her so that she will start the processing. And again, I'm highlighting this particular point that it's not required for you to go to any branch as of now. You can apply online itself so that we can provide you a provisional sanction letter according to your eligibility. Yeah, so this is what from my end, and I would like to thank EasyGo team for giving us this wonderful opportunity today. Thank you everyone. So if you have any queries, you can, I'll just wait for 1 or 2 minutes more so that if I see any question from you, I'll definitely answer. And okay, so I think we can end this. So thank you everyone. Again, I'm just repeating, you can get in touch with our RM for any education related requirement. One more time, I would like to just tell the mobile number of the education on RM. So if you have any requirement, if you have any requirement, you can please get in touch with her. Yeah, Damayanti, I would like to. 1 second. Yeah, so I'm again repeating the mobile number of our RM relationship manager. It is 8802098810. 8802098810 is our RM number. You can get in touch with her for any education related requirement from ICICI. And yeah, thank you everyone, and thank you EasyGo team for this opportunity. Neha, if you are there, you can take it over so that I think we are done with our presentation. Yes, you can end.